Rise Shen ultimates kind of coming into different parts. You want to play for an Ezreal strong side here, so we're definitely going to get the chance to see whether or not Wako
does spot out Nio with the ward on that tri-bush. He's making his collapse now.
Yeah, this is a fight coming in.
Crash down. YCX able to use the sand behind me to dash back to the safety of his team. Junhao now popping the Crescent Guard, blocking any range damage for now. LGD trying to hold their ground, a little difficult for themselves as Nio now has the ult advantage against the other jungler here, but the fact that Junhao was able to create so much space might give them the edge, as right now Saber trying to battle for mid lane priority, has the ability to roam with the Realm Warp here. Nio taking a lot of damage with these Mystic shots. He already used Flash Crash Down. Junhao's coming in, and we forgot about the Shen! Zhong, Taunt Flash, right on top of Xiaoya, and Ultra Prime make the first big play on the map.
I was just about to mention not just the Shen, but the gigantic gold lead that Junhao's been able to generate. It's such a scary fight. LGD kind of posturing as if they feel comfortable to be able to take it because Nio still has ultimate up, but they're never going to have the statistical advantage there. Ultra Prime taking advantage of the overreach coming in from LGD to be able to secure the grubs.
See the sauce here as LGD trying to look for this dragon. True Shot Barrage. Oh, there's a Scion waiting in the bush. Xiaosha at least buys some time on the backline with this Magnet Storm, but XUW arrives to the party, flashing forward with the Tibber stun, as he actually hasn't even been used it yet. He is waiting to drop the bear, maybe for the second fight, but Sasa falls in the fight here. They don't even win on the side of LGD. Ultra Prime are able to brute force them away from the dragon.
Yeah, it was a super sloppy fight from LGD. I'm not even really sure what ended up happening there. It felt like they had a lot of priority going into that. The moment that XQW roamed up on the Annie and flashed in, I was like, oh man, this is going to be a gigantic Tibbers. It's going to land onto 3. You're going to get this big stun off, but it didn't actually end up coming out. The stun wasn't prepared. It wasn't ready yet, and that ends up being a huge determiner in that fight.
Ton of solo time here on the Annie.
Yeah, and you got to get the Annie moving. Oh my god, they got caught.
Magnet Storm right onto LGD. The biggest damage dealer is Nio on this Nefiri with the Shojin Rush. Sasa does a decent amount of damage, but still it is Junhao that steps up, flashing forward, and this Sasa Scion ulti goes wide, trying to set up with that unstoppable onslaught for the Annie teleport.
LGD in that regard, and again, you're looking at Nefiri now being down 700 gold, 1.4k gold lead for Zhang on the top side on the Shen going into the Scion. I understand that these aren't massive in their own right, but they build up into something that's much bigger here, and they're going to have to make a play like this.
Zhang.
Oh, nice flash.
Yeah, really good flash by the Shen here, just ensuring that the Shen does not fall. Clear difference here, but with the fact that Ultra Prime are playing a lot better in this game too, you know, this is the third dragon of the game. Xiaosha has a really nice flank angle. We'll get spotted as soon as he steps on top of this blast cone, so it's up to Xiaosha whether he wants to go for it. Now suddenly LGD are like, wait a minute, who just popped the Scryer's Orb? Someone's over here on the right side, and now they're gonna get pinched. Flash from Xiaosha, looking for the Magnet Storm, pulling them all in, but they eliminate Junhao first. Hound's pursuit for the reset. Nio is now starting to turn it up here on the Nefiri. Ultra Prime are run out of the river, and the third dragon goes the way of LGD.
Yeah, no Zhang ultimate coming in from him on the Shen. He's not able to join the fight really at any point. The TP gonna come in to save this tower. I don't believe Zhang's gonna be able to get there in time. Sasa is gonna be able to make his way top lane to at least be able to catch the wave, but a huge fight for Nio.
Prime, they knew that LGD were all in that brush and kind of like waiting stacked up because you just got vision from Xiaosha from the Scryer's Orb trying to see where all 5 members. Second, I'm starting to fear for my voice because I'm naturally going to get excited about the tension we have, and as we've already can tell, it is on, you know, high pressure tonight as 6k HP already being dropped on this Otacon. Nio first sending it, and Cole the pack gives him the immunity. Junhao's going to force the flash right on top of the Fury. Nio trying to kite his way out, the Eviscerate dashing forward. Meanwhile, the rest of the fight, LGD forced to retreat as Junhao gets the 1v1 solo onto Nio. Now rejoining the fray. Zhang, taunt flash right onto XQW's face. Sasa not going to survive. Xiaosha continuing the chase on top of LGD's backline. Xiaoya under fire. And unfortunately for Ultra Prime, Reld is not doing a lot of damage to at least solo out Xiaoya, but he has done his job in forcing this Varus away. And now Ultra Prime have sole control of this Thornbound Otacon.
It's disaster for Nio, the most important member of LGD, the one with all the gold and the one with the potential to bring this game back. He ends up tracking onto Saber, who has a brilliant flash over the wall to bring the Neferi into all 5 members of the enemy team. They burst him down as quickly as they can, and there's just no way for the Neferi to actually be relevant in that fight. The moment Nio is really taken out of the exchange, there's no way to bring this back. So big credit to Ultra Prime. They play the fight incredibly well.
As it now really takes Nio and XQW being the first ones in here. Xiaosha looking for Nio to face check the bush. Pops the call of the pack. Good eviscerate and the stun from the Annie Tibbers. But Junhao ensures that this dog is getting run down and put down. LGD will lose their mid laner after the fight. Even finding Xiaoya in the backline as Wako just sends him back to the fountain courtesy of a few Mystic shots.
The first one to walk up, and I understand the worry that that Baron is just gone, but for the Neferi to be the one that has to face check these bushes, it just creates a scenario where Nio's getting bursted down before the fight starts, and that's your only way to ever win the fight if you're LGD. It's a disaster scenario for them. It's 2 fights in a row where it feels like it was over before it even started, and obviously it's fantastic follow-up.
A lot of poise and a lot of calculated precision here. And being able to just put this dog down. Ultra Prime continuing the siege onto the bottom lane. Right. But it does mean Ultra Prime will just pick up the Infernal Soul for free.
Yeah, I mean, that's a flank from a million miles away. The team had absolutely no way of being able to follow up on that. You gotta love the full cross-country trip that Annie had to make to even try and join the fight. But you know, for Ultra Prime, that's Soul, and it's Soul for free, and they have Baron, and it's not just Soul, it's Infernal Soul, and they have 2 Infernal Dragons. This is a terrifying situation for LGD. They now have so much damage to deal with, and, you know, especially if you're Nio, you're gonna get bursted down so quickly in these fights. Look at YCX, he's just dead.
Yeah, I mean, not tanking enough on this Braum. Flashing the Wind becomes Lightning. Nice to at least escape for now, but Ultra Prime are going to get 2 inhibitors off the back of this siege. XQW finally getting a chance to recall and rejoin the rest of this team here to make one last stand against Ultra Prime, who will at least not go down in this series without a fight and taking a game win for themselves, unless something very funny happens with this Hail Mary from LGD on the base defense. But YCX already taking a lot of damage from Saber's Rise. Xiaosha just waiting for the right time to strike back a Storm Flash right there. Ultra Prime sink their fangs into LGD's backs, and they are forced to retreat, but the fountain is just not close enough, and the rest of Ultra Prime rout off this squad of LGD. Triple kill and a big globe for Saber in this second game of the series. Ultra Prime will equalize it 1-1.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.